going to do a little video about the voltage stabilizer and the instrument cluster on this Ford 2000 tractor. So what this thing does is it regulates the voltage going to the fuel gauge and temperature gauge. It mounts on the back of the instrument cluster, back here on these two screws, and this plugs into it, to the instrument cluster side of it, and you've got a hot terminal that plugs into the other side. It has switched with the ignition switch, and that it regulates voltage to keep the needle from fluctuating. And my reading indicates it should stay around 10 volts. That's just I can't find that in any factory manuals or anything. That's just what everybody says. It should hover around 10 volts, so it does reduce the voltage a little bit. And if you don't have it, the gauges will read high, and that's what mine was doing. So my original one is right here, and what it has is a bimetal strip, and mine is burnt out in these windings, so that it's connected to the hot side and it's connected to the ground. So this little coil gets hot and it makes this bimetal strip come in. It's almost like a little set of points, and it just keeps doing that, and it regulates the voltage by doing that. On off, on off, on off. Works similar to a blinker, except it's doing this cycle much faster than a blinker would, and that's what regulates the voltage. So this is my old one, and it's defective. So went on eBay and I bought this one. Hooked it up. Gauge is still reading high. So I checked the input voltage and the output voltage, and they're identical. So I reached out to the seller and I told them, hey, this thing is defective. It's not reducing the voltage. You know, I could rev the engine up and down, you know, let the generator, you know, the voltage of the generator go up and down, and this side of it, the voltage was fluctuating just like it was on this side. It seemed like it was doing nothing. So I was like, you know, maybe it's not grounded right, because I checked. I had with this one, you should get some resistance between ground, because you'd be going through these windings, if it's good, between ground and this terminal here, you know, because those windings are connected to both of those. And so I checked, you know, ground to here, nothing. And so they refunded my money, and they didn't want the old one back. I was like, well, maybe I can take it apart and fix it. So I undid the little crimps on it, opened it up, and that's what I found. This thing is a fake. This does no voltage regulation whatsoever. You might as well just plug the two wires together, because that's what this is doing. So I'm not going to put the seller in the description. I don't think the seller knew. I think it's whoever the supplier is of these. And if you look on eBay, you'll find this exact, or at least it looks identical to this one. You know, the way it's crimped, the two brass male terminals, 2 and 2, like that. The font on here, the brown board. You'll see these all over eBay. It's hard to find one that's not this one. So I kept looking. I was like, well, what do I do at this point? You know, I got refunded for this one. It's a fake. It's doing no voltage regulation. And I sent all that information to the seller as well after he refunded it. I sent him another message, sent him a picture of it, told him I took it apart to see if I could repair it, and it's a fake. It's not doing any voltage regulation, which is what it's supposed to do. It's sold as a voltage stabilizer. It's supposed to keep the voltage constant going to the gauges, and this will not. You know, this is just bypassing that. It's giving you a little block to do a nice little way to bypass that thing, and that's not going to work. You know, your gauges will not read correctly with this. So I went looking for something different than this one. And so I went on Amazon. I paid $15 for this one, I think, if I remember right, or maybe it was $17. Went on Amazon and I found one for, I think it was $23. It was listed as either, it said Tisco dash, was it AQP or something, or I don't remember the name. Yeah, AQP, something like that, and then one other brand, and it was a silver one. It was crimped all the way across. It didn't have these two crimps. It had one solid crimp all the way, folded over, solid, folded over, solid, folded over, and solid, folded over. And then it had a male and a female silver, not brass, terminals. And so I was like, that one is different. And it actually lists the name brand. I was like, Tisco. Tisco is listed on there. And I've bought Tisco parts before. I have not bought AQP parts before, but I figured if it's listing a name brand, then that should be good. And the picture itself looks different than this one. Well, when I got it in the mail, here's what I got. It's got a white label over the AQP. See, Atlantic Quality Parts label. And then it's got this SMA sticker on top of that. So I'm not sure what's going on with these different stickers, but if you look at the voltage stabilizer itself, it's identical to that one. Identical. So I did not plug this one in. What I did, and I can plug it in and test it just to make sure, but I checked for resistance. Well, I checked the resistance here and it was straight through, and then I checked to see if there was any resistance between the B terminal and ground, and then the I terminal and ground, and there's nothing. So that tells me there's nothing in here. It should have something that needs to get a ground to work like that, and there's nothing. Any kind of electronics that are going to regulate voltage will need a ground, and they're going to need a hot as well. And this one does not have anything going from hot to ground with any resistance. So that tells me inside of this one it looks identical to this one, which makes sense because I mean this thing looks identical to that one. So it's the same thing. So I don't know if that seller, you know, if Tisco really is selling these. What I should probably do is go to Tisco's website, see if I can find this voltage regulator or voltage stabilizer and see what it looks like. But I feel like everybody started, this supplier, and I'm sure it's a China supplier, has taken over the market with these voltage stabilizers, and a lot of manufacturers are buying them or using this company as their supplier, and it is a fake voltage stabilizer. So what do I do at this point when I can't find a new one that is actually a voltage stabilizer and not just a pass-through? Because I've looked all over Amazon and eBay and I can't find anything. The only other option on eBay, I can find OEM one, and it's $30. So I may buy that. The issue that I have with doing that is at $30, I'm a third of the way to buying a whole new instrument cluster. I can get an instrument cluster for, I think it was about $90. So if I spend $30, I could spend another $60 and have a whole new instrument cluster with a voltage stabilizer on it. And my thinking for that is, you know, I don't know for sure if these gauges I think are good, but in another video I posted, hopefully you saw that one first, I had to disable the hour meter in this cluster because the gears were worn out, and it was binding and causing the cable to well, it eventually would have broke the cable because it was locking this shaft up. And so I had to disable that to get the tachometer working correctly. So I have no hour meter anymore in here. And then, like I said, I think the gauge is probably working here, but I'm going to say that they're unknown working condition. And, you know, my issues with finding a voltage stabilizer. But a new gauge cluster has one, or maybe doesn't even need the voltage stabilizer. I mean, it's got everything you would need, so it's either on there or it doesn't need it. So I hate to spend $30 if you know. So what I may try to do is build a 10-volt regulator for this thing. I could probably do that for about $5, you know, cheap. I can go to the electronic parts store and get a few things and build a little regulator for about $5. So I may do that. Or, you know, I may keep looking. Maybe I'll find something on some other website. The other thing I looked for is if Ford had these voltage stabilizers on other products, and they did use one on Ford trucks from, I think, 65 to 69, if I remember right. And I've got an old Ford pickup out in the back, and I went to go look at it. I don't remember. I think it's a 67 maybe. And went to look at it, and the instrument cluster is gone out of it. And I looked just all in the dash to see if maybe they mounted it somewhere on the dash, and I couldn't find one. So it either didn't have one, or it was mounted on the instrument cluster, and I don't have the instrument cluster anymore. It was already parted out. So but that would be an option as well. You know, get one of those new. They're about $30. So, you know, if I'm gonna spend that one for $30, I might as well, I guess, just buy the OEM one, the new old stock. It looks identical to this one. My fear with that is that, you know, get it and it's been sitting on a shelf for 40 years and it's bad. But I mean, there's really not much to go bad in these things, so I would think it probably should be fine. But anyway, yeah. So watch out if you need to buy one of these voltage stabilizers. Do not buy one that looks like this. You know. Find something else. Buy the new old stock one, or buy one that, like I said, looks different. I saw a video on YouTube. Someone bought one of these, and it had the male and female terminals, or it had two male terminals, and they didn't respond back if it made their gauges work. You know, they didn't update the video, but the board on it was white, and so, you know, maybe it looked to be crimped the same as this one, and it had the same terminals, because he had to swap out one of the terminals, but it was a white board, so maybe he got lucky on that one. I think he said he bought it from eBay. I can't find that one on eBay. You know, the video is probably a couple years old, so I don't know. Anyway, Amazon's returning my money on this one. The eBay returned my money on this one. I've got to ship this one back, and the mailing label they sent me is requiring me to pay for postage, so I'm going to reach out to Amazon and tell them I don't want to pay for postage back, see if they'll send me an actual mailing label, because to me this goes beyond just a defective part. This is a I don't want to say fraud. It's not fraud, but it's deceptive. I guess it is kind of fraud. I mean, this is not a voltage stabilizer. It's not a voltage regulator. It's just a junction block at this point. This is not, it's a fake, you know. I should not have to pay postage back for somebody selling something that is a fake. So, Amazon's customer support's great, so I'm sure they'll send me a label for it. I wrote a lengthy response back for the reason for return, you know, explaining all this, and unfortunately they only allow you so many characters, so I kept having to shorten my response to make it fit. So I didn't get everything in there I wanted, but I think I got enough in there to explain that this is not real, it's not correct. So alright, that's enough rambling. You know, hopefully you'll see me come up with something that will work on here. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and subscribe for more.